It's never too late to become a good parent or a wonderful family member or just to change for the better, to take responsibility for your actions. I know that it's way more easier to blame a child who will take the blame no matter what instead of taking the responsibility as an adult. It's also super easy to let the child be the grown person and put all the responsibility on him, on everything, while you as the grown person, as the parent, would act like a child and get away with everything. You could say and act and do whatever you want, and you will get away with everything. Sounds like a child, but many times this is the grown person. If you were this child, you will know what I'm talking about. My partner and I, since we were kids, we felt that we are the parents and our parents are kids. You know this feeling. This is how you truly feel. If you weren't growing up like this, you won't understand what I'm talking about. But this is truly, I remember as a child, I was like, oh my God, my mother and her partner, or their partner is like even older than her in 20 years. I was feeling that they are two unfunctional, crazy kids, and I'm responsible for everything. I'm responsible of paying the bills and if it's on time and why there is no food and why you're going out all the time and there is no this and that. I was responsible on everything. I am the only one who cared about everything while they wanted just to go out and party and have fun like kids without any responsibility. So you really feel like it. And you also know that if you will, I knew as a teenager and as a child that if I will say something to my mother, she will have a tantrum. Like kids, they like go crazy. It was the opposite. My partner, the same. This is why you're growing up as a very disciplined, silent, in the shadows kids who just doesn't interrupt and do everything by the book, because your parent will have a tantrum if you will suddenly say something that maybe will offend him and they will go crazy. But if you were growing up like that, like if you are the parent and you're acting like a child, when your child will grow up, as I grew up, because I had to be the parent since a very young age, I don't need a parent anymore. Because having a parent, it's like having a fucking crazy child. I prefer to not have this person who's legally my parent, but it's horrible to be around him. It's so scary. Tiptoe all the time. Think, you can relax, making everything even worse because he doesn't care about anything. And therefore, the kid grows up and he's a parent. He's acting like a grown up since a very young age. The moment I left the house, I felt so free. I felt amazing. I felt that I don't have another responsibility anymore. And now I can focus on myself and on my partner and not on a child who looks like an older person. And then the parents were so used to act like kids and so used to not think and so used to asking you for help all the time and do this for me, do that for me. They don't know how to do anything. Then it's shocking for them and then they're trying to manipulate you. But you just don't give a shit anymore. Luckily, my mother understood that the manipulations and all of it will not work on me. And she understood that if she would like to be part of my life when I leave the house, because for me, I thought to myself, when I will leave the house, I don't care. Even if I will not have a mom and I don't have a father, I don't have a family except my mother, biological family. I have a lot of family, I just don't know them. And she understood that the only way to keep me around her is to change. It's to take responsibility and ask for forgiveness. Try to be a parent. Ask what I would want to eat today. How am I feeling? Focus also on me. See in me. Thinking about me. And now I feel with my mom that she's changed. And it took a while. We were fighting for years when I was 18 years old. Something like 3 years. It was very rough. It was very, very tough, but then it started to change for the better. And now I can say that I have the mother that I always wanted. And I am happy that she made this change with me. Because I think that if you harm the person so much, you can change. People can change all the time. But they need to make the change with other people. So let's say my father wasn't a good father to me, but I have a sister, I don't know her, younger sister, and I've heard from my mom, I've heard from a person that my father is good to her. And yes, it hurt me a little bit because you were like, why wasn't a good father to me? Like, what did I do? I was a kid. But the pinch was towards the child in me. Serena, the 27 years old, I believe, that it's wonderful that he's a good father with someone else. I don't need him anymore. I don't want any connection with him. So with me, there will not be another chance. But it's never too late to make a change, to put a wonderful impact on another person's life. Because maybe with me, it wasn't good. But with my sister, he is. And maybe with my mother, it wasn't good. But with his current wife, he is. And also, of course, like my mother did, she hurt me, but she changed. And it took a while, but she changed. And now I have the mother that I needed. Because you need it. This is those things you need to be seen. You need to be loved as not only as kids, as human being. You need to be protected. Obviously, we're not like mother and daughter. She's my best friend. No, it's not like that. But from my point of view, we have a very good relationship. I'm living my own life. She's living her own life. But the connection is healthy and good. And she really changed. And it makes me feel excited. This is why I want to cry. It makes me feel good because it's never too late to change. It's just never too late to be a better person, especially with your kids. Because it's also never too late to change overall. But as a parent, it's very important. And if the parent doesn't want to change, there are consequences for that. The most important thing here that if the parent is not changing is to put boundaries. But if the parent is showing you that he's truly changing, great. Better now than ever. Being a parent, it's not easy. And becoming a parent, it's easy. It's only having schmuzmuz. And as a woman, it's being pregnant, so that's a bit like hard. But to be pregnant, it's having schmuzmuz. And then that's it. You're pregnant. And after 9 months, woohoo, you have a kid. So becoming a parent does not reassure you the best parent in the world badge. We need to work for this badge. If you want to be a great parent, you need to do things that you will not only do for yourself, because making sure that your kid will have a rooftop, buying food and clothes to your kids doesn't make you a good person, doesn't make you a good parent. It's basic. This is why if you will not do it, the law will come and the government will come and take your kids. This is why doing the things that I've described doesn't give you the wonderful parent badge. It's the most basic thing. And you can be a horrible parent, although the kid have what to eat and what to wear. It's a work. And this is why when you decide to have a kid, it's not because I want to be a young parent. Or I just want to have kids. It's about time. I want to. No, it's a very important decision, and you will have to work and to gain the best parent badge. And I wish us all to gain this badge in the future. And for now, I wish all of us to have parents who already have this badge, or maybe one day we'll try to get this badge at least. And if not, we should be the parents that we never had, to ourselves and to our future kids. I hope that I helped you today in some way. Thank you so much for being here with me. I would be happy to read your comments and share what's on your heart with me and people around the world. So thank you so much. And I wish you a magical day full of magical adventures and full of magical life.